Ladies and gentlemen, Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions welcomes you to yet another season of India Insight. Envisioned by Mrs. Prema Rajagopal, the founder of this institution, way back in 2004, the objective ever since has been to enhance the knowledge of India and appreciate the diverse culture of this nation. As our young children take part from various corners of the world, over the last couple of years in the digital avatar, this contest has reached over 20,000 students across 10 countries. We at the Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions truly appreciate and acknowledge the support and patronage given to us by all the participating schools, their teachers and managements. Before we begin, it is our pleasure and privilege to invite a leader in school education, a person who is a strong advocate of co-scholastic learning. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dean Academics at Vidyaniketan, Miss Sumitra Raghavan.
Good morning, young participants of the India Insight debate, quiz and drawing competitions. The dream of our founder, Srimati Prema Rajagopal, has not only materialized but is growing stronger in numbers each passing year. Children of today have information available to them at the click of a button. But India Insight is one set of competitions where they develop curiosity about the historical, cultural, and current facts on India. From the host institution, Vidyaniketan Public School, let me wish all you participants all the best as you move from the prelims to the grand finale. A big thank you to all the teachers who stood by their students as they prepared for these competitions, and to their heads of institutions, not only from India, but 9 other countries as well, making India Insight a truly global set of competitions. All the best and thank you.
A big hello and a warm welcome to each one of you to this wonderful program. It's time for us to introduce to you your host for the program today. She is Asia's only professional quiz host, having hosted quizzes in several countries across this region. She has to her credit over 500 shows over the last couple of years, the notable ones being Tata Crucible, TCS Inquisitive, TCS Intelligim, the Union Bank Quiz, the Canara Bank Quiz, just to name a few. She is an alumnus of NITK Surathkal and was selected as 40 under 40 by Business World as people to reckon with from our country. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, time for you to welcome your host, Miss Rashmi Furtado.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 4th quarter final of the India Insight quiz from the junior category. This quiz is conceptualized by the Vidyaniketan Group of Institutions. What started as a quiz is today an event that comprises of a debate, drawing, and a quiz. We are in the 4th quarter final, which means we have gone through 3 quarterfinals already and identified 12 who have already qualified into their respective semi-final. From the 8 of them here today, we will figure out who are the 4 who will qualify into that last semi-final. Let me quickly introduce all of them and then we will get into the game. Our first quarterfinalist for the day is Aditya from Vijayagiri Public School, Thrissur. Following Aditya is Abhishek from PSBB, Coimbatore. representing Teja Vidyalaya from Nalgonda, Telangana is Naveen. From Cambridge Court High School, Jaipur is Karthike. Joining us from the DBMS English School, Jamshedpur is Rishit. Up next is Ashwin from Dr. Virendra Swarup Education Center, Kanpur. Following Ashwin is Akshobhya from the Vidyaniketan Public School, Bangalore. And completing the lineup here today is Lokjeet from the Vidyaniketan Public School, Bangalore. Alright, we have our 8 quarterfinalists with us here today, and 10 questions is what I have for them. They have quizzed with me before and they are familiar with the rules already, so I won't get into it. Only thing to remember, guys, is that 4 of you will qualify into that semi-final. That's the goal here, okay? Good luck to all of you. The buzzers are open. If you press the buzzer, you will have to give me an answer. You cannot tell me you have pressed the buzzer by mistake, okay? Even if you do that, you will get a negative. So be very careful with the buzzers. All right. 10 questions. The first one of this quarterfinal. Here we go. Which of these Prime Minister's signature can be found on the Indian... Karthike, go ahead.
Ma'am, is it Dr. Manmohan Singh?
He did not let me complete the question. My question, ladies and gentlemen, which of these Prime Minister's signature can be found on the Indian currency notes? Dr. Manmohan Singh is absolutely right. He gets a +1. Good answer. Good timing by Karthike there. Let's move on to question number 2. What is the image on a new 2000 rupee note? Ashwin, go ahead.
The Mangalyaan.
Mangalyaan is absolutely right. He gets a +1 on that. Quick on the buzzer there was Ashwin. Let's now move on to question number 3. Here we go. The Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna is now... Ashwin, go ahead.
Major Dhyanchand Khel Ratna.
My question is now renamed after whom? Major Dhyanchand is absolutely right. He's getting another +1. All right, moving on to question number 4. Which of the following established the first mutual fund in India? Your options: State Bank of India or United Trust of India. Ashwin, go ahead.
UTI Bank.
UTI, absolutely right. Getting another +1 is Ashwin. I don't know if I've set the questions a little too easy or if our contestants are way too prepared this time, but I really hope it's the latter and not the former. Let's move on to question number 5. According to the Constitution of India, what is the one additional role of the Vice President of India? Ashwin, go ahead.
Chairman of Rajya Sabha.
Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, I have not taken Ashwin on as a consultant or a freelancer to research for me. +1. Good answer. He's on a very good, he's going on a spree here. He's on 4 points already. Let's move into the next question. Question number 6. The oldest and one of the biggest political party in India is the Congress I. What does the I stand for? Ashwin, go ahead.
Indira.
Indira is absolutely right. Getting another +1 is Ashwin. I think he's read up all the books on India. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 4 more questions remaining. Let me quickly tell you where all of them stand. Ashwin is on 5 points and Karthike on 1 point. 4 of them qualify. Let's see what happens. 4 more questions remaining. Question number 7. Here we go. Which Indian was the first cricketer to be given out by a third umpire? Ashwin again, go ahead.
Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin Tendulkar, absolutely right. Getting another +1 is Ashwin. I'm very sure rest of them know the answers, but Ashwin is a little too fast for them. I can see their expressions and I can read that. Let's move on Question number 8. Which newspaper carried a column by R.K. Lakshman titled, Rishit, go ahead.
Times of India.
You said it. Times of India is absolutely right. +1 to Rishit. All right. Moving on to the penultimate question of this quarterfinal. Here we go. Who among the following has authored the famous book, India Wins Freedom? Your options? Rishit not needing options. Go ahead.
Jawaharlal Nehru.
I just wish you would have heard out the options, Rishit. -1 on that. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, the answer I was looking for. -1 on that. He's still on nil. He's not on a negative, which is a good thing because I have another question to go. And we will have to get into tiebreakers because I have 4 spots in the semi-final. Moving on to the final question of this quarterfinal. Here we go. Which of the following passes have been created by the Indus River? Your options. Ashwin, go ahead.
Going for a guess that is it Banial Pass?
Banial Pass is absolutely right. +1 to Ashwin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, scores at the end of this quarterfinal. Ashwin from Dr. Virendra Swarup Education Center, Kanpur, has won this quarterfinal technically with 7 points, and he has moved into the semi-final fair and square. Joining him is Karthikeya from Cambridge Court High School, Jaipur, with 1 point. I still have 2 more slots remaining in that semi-final. So now we move into a tiebreaker. Karthikeya and Ashwin, the 2 of you cannot buzz. The rest of you are all on a tiebreaker. 2 slots remaining, guys. What that means is, if you get it right, you join Ashwin and Karthikeya. If you get it wrong, the rest of them continue to battle it out for the remaining slots in the semi-finals. Okay? Good luck to all of you. Tiebreaker question number 1. Here we go. With which of these great kings did Alexander fight? Your options. Rishit, go ahead. Not needing options.
Porus.
Porus is absolutely right. Rishit from DBMS Jamshedpur joining Ashwin and Karthikeya into that semi-final. The last slot for the semi-final. Let me continue with the tiebreaker. All right. Okay, here we go. Rajghat is the samadhi of which famous Indian? Abhishek, go ahead.
Mohanlal Karamchand Gandhi.
Absolutely right. Getting a +1 on that is Abhishek. And Abhishek from PSVB Coimbatore joining Ashwin, Karthikeya and Rishit into that semi-final. Ladies and gentlemen, we have identified all 4 semi-finalists who now move a step closer into that world finale. We have completed all 4 quarterfinals of the junior category. If you haven't watched the other 3, please go back and watch all of them. There's been a splendid performance that from all of them who have qualified into the semi-final. Let me tell you this, as we get closer into that world finale, semi-finals are definitely going to be a little more tougher than the quarterfinals. I really hope I see you in the first semi-final of this category. Take care.